Thanks, Pat, for inviting me and everybody else who took the effort to put this whole week together. I've gone to a couple of these before in my life, and none of them have been quite as the whole week, so that's a really fun and some things for us all to do as a community. So thanks everybody for doing that. Hi, my name is Aiden Dowling, and I've been on hormone replacement therapy for 5 years. I am the founder of 0.5cc, which is a stealth style and transgender friendly clothing company. I started 0.5cc 3 years ago in an effort to raise money for my own top surgery, and it was a complete success. After I raised the money, I decided to keep 0.5cc open because I saw the way it was bringing our community together. It seems that people found pride in something as simple as a t-shirt. But I quickly learned, that it wasn't about the shirt. It was the meaning behind the shirt. 0.5cc gives the opportunity for transgender people to show their pride without being outed, if they don't wish to, or put in a potential danger that comes with being outed. Our designs are proud and funny and unique thanks to all of the trans and allies designers on our team. Being a transgender man myself, I know the importance and the struggle of safe binding. I wanted 0.5cc to help the transgender community with more than just cool clothing. I developed the first binder exchange program and have been able to give donated binders to countless trans people unable to afford them. Since the start of 0.5cc, the demand for binders has only increased. In my inbox right now, and this is a true statement, I looked it up when I was writing the speech, I have 581 requests from around the world. I want to be able to fulfill these requests and more. Another main focus of 0.5cc is that a portion of everything sold goes directly into a surgery fundraiser that helps trans people afford surgeries that they cannot afford otherwise. The fund has been given out annually since the official launch of 0.5cc. And this gives me the opportunity to help other trans people and give back to the community the way it has given to me. I've observed Transgender Day of Remembrance for the last 6 years, and I've felt the fear and sadness that comes with this day. The fear of knowing that you are no different than the names of the people right here tonight. The hate that fuels this day, and the hate that people hold for one another, not including the hate that people hold for themselves. The numbers of names read here tonight don't even include many suicides that happen each year in our community. My own realization of this hate came when I started a blog on YouTube called Alliance Fears. This blog was to document my medical and emotional transition. I found hate within myself when I started this YouTube channel. I even created a channel prior to Alliance Fears, and I ended up deleting it within a week. That's why Alliance Fears has an S at the end. It was originally Alliance Fear, but my shame came and made me delete it, and then my pride and self-awareness made me make a new one. All because of the hate and fear I have for myself, I deleted this account, realizing I'm a transgender person. To think that I originally deleted something that today is the core of my being, that has brought motivation and strength to over 11,000 subscribers and has had over 1.3 million views. This reminds me of the strength we can bring to one another. The thousands of people that have felt fear and hate, just like me, is what motivates me. I get roughly 7 to 12 emails daily, new emails, not to mention the ongoing conversations. I get emails talking about how the person hates their hips, they hate their soft face, or their rough face. They hate their lack of hair or their excessive hair. I get emails of people wondering what to do with themselves, not wanting to go out of the house because of the hate they have for their body, not being able to look in the mirror at themselves or even develop any kind of relationship with anyone due to their constant dysphoria. When I get these types of emails, I'm able to remind myself that I too was where they are at right now. My YouTube videos give them proof of this. I am not just a generic recording of Everything is going to be okay, and don't worry, it gets better. These videos give them hope by showing me in the weaker stages of my transition and what it took for me to grow confident in my identity. This can remind trans people everywhere that the hate they feel for themselves is not necessarily permanent if they don't want it to. I believe that every transgender person can grow into their own confidence. I also get emails talking about people's fears of coming out. Their fears of never being accepted, their fears of never finding someone who will love them, or their fears of never truly loving themselves. Even our everyday fears like using the bathroom. Out of all these fears, the email I get the most is their fear of losing someone they care for because they are transgender. This is a very common fear. I bet we all have felt this way about someone we care for. Even in the most supportive households, there's always someone on our list that is the last person we tell. I completely relate to these fears that are expressed to me by my fellow trans brothers and sisters. I too have gone through these fears. I continue to go through them. I just choose not to focus on them. It comes down to, do you choose yourself or do you choose your fear? If we all gave in to our fears, the majority of us would not be here right now. We would have not transitioned. We would still be trapped in a false identity, wearing a mask. I choose to be myself over every other fear. Many people in this room have chosen themselves over fear as well. That is what brought us all here today. The fact that you are sitting in this room shows the bravery it has taken for us all to get here. Transgender or support. We gather in this room to acknowledge the bravery each of us possesses. We are all here today paying respect to people who were killed for being exactly who we are. That is bravery. When I think of bravery, I also think of superheroes. I think most people think a hero is someone that is fearless. But what I've learned in my life is that a hero is someone that is brave despite their fears. I couldn't see myself as a hero until I realized that my fears don't define me. I am someone's hero. This dog tag here today that I'm wearing, it says hero on it. This dog tag was mailed to me by one of my followers that was inspired by my story. We are all heroes in this room right now. We might not be able to fly or have a cape, but we do matter to someone, and we do make a difference. I love waking up every day knowing I'm making a difference by answering emails from other transgender people who have no support. I love receiving photos of people around the world supporting their 0.5cc gear with pride because it helps them feel connected to the community. I love giving free binders to trans men who have no means of acquiring, and I love our community. My growth as a human comes as I witness these things happen daily. When people look to me as their motivation, this is my motivation. I believe in paying it forward. We're all connected. Sometimes we group ourselves into trans men on one side and trans women on the other. But it's time to start bridging that gap. Pay it forward. By helping a fellow trans person, you are helping yourself. Helping this community has helped me and raised me up. It is a constant give and take. Because no matter how far you are in your transition, we all have a little fear and a little hate, and we all need hero. Thank you.
Thank you for everyone who welcomed me in. I'm really grateful that you was here speaking the story, because what you really speaks to is unity. A community united in its pain and struggle, and a unity that's committed